It's the trap! When I step into the living room, Hideaki is there, finishing up his breakfast, his fork raised midway to his mouth. He seems unsure whether he should continue eating or greet me. Maybe I should back out of the room. Good morning. Morning. What do you think we should have for breakfast? We? Aren't you eating breakfast right now? Yes, everyone else ate already. Despite that, he repeats his question again. He's just trying to be nice. It's an odd way to show it, but I appreciate it nonetheless, and I'm feeling pretty hungry. I try to make some conversation with him while I'm getting my breakfast to fill in the silence. That fishing trip yesterday was fun. Did the Hakamichis and Satos often get together like that? Not really. I see. I don't really. There's a brief pause before Hideaki seems to fill me in a little more. Family issues. My fathers are brothers and do not like each other. Well, obviously this is news to me. It's kind of fitting then. If I'd played through Lily's route, I imagine this would probably be revealed as well. And I would have already known that. It's like, of course. But I didn't know that. Hearing that gives me plenty to think about. It puts the way Shizune and Lily deal with each other into context, and makes me even more wary of getting involved. Family issues can be troublesome. Hideaki simply nods as I sit at the table with my breakfast. I wish you were a little easier to converse with. I guess it makes sense why they were there. That explains the what the fuck scene then, doesn't it? But it replaces the what the fuck scene with a what the fuck revelation. It's like, what? They're related? Wait, if they're related, then I guess well, actually, it was on her mother's side technically, wasn't it? I think that's what Lily said. So that technically wouldn't mean that Shizune has, you know, Scottish kind of roots. Well, yeah. Well, anyways, while I'm eating, I noticed that the house seems oddly quiet for a place with Misha in it. Just like, if Misha is in the building and it's quiet, then what the fuck? If Shizune and Misha ate breakfast already, it can't be because they're asleep. I asked Hideaki where they are. Shizune and Misha left to run some errands for our dad. Local business people love dealing with Misha, so he insisted. Well, she's got a nice and cheerful personality. I can see why they would. Maybe you should start taking lessons from her. You could increase your business connections. Are you serious? You sound serious. I don't know what kind of business connections a little kid would need. Maybe he wants to have the best big sale fundraiser ever. It's a shame I'll eventually have to leave here and won't be around to see whatever he is planning. World domination. That's what he's planning. It's a Hakamichi trick, you see. No. I wonder what kind of person Shizune's dad is again. Other than relatively outdoorsy, what I know so far is that he asks his business partners and friends of his daughter to do favors for him. That sounds suggestive, doesn't it? I'm assuming he's extremely shy or extremely lazy. Maybe it's a rude call to make so early, but it would certainly explain a large chunk of Shizune's personality. You wouldn't go anywhere. Not really. Why? You? I thought there might be somewhere you would want to go. You don't want to do some sightseeing or eat at a specific restaurant? I don't know. I've never been here before. I see. I was just about to ask him about what Shizune was like when she was younger, but he managed to sidetrack me with just one question. This appears to be as awkward a conversation for him as it is for me. You're sure eager to please today. Why are you being so nice? You're showing your secret nice side now that your sister isn't around? You're sort of right. Shizune wanted me to keep you company today. I don't want to trouble him and try to make him see that. But Hideaki is as stubborn as his sister and feels as if this is his duty. He also seems to be earnestly trying to be nice. Quickly I start to realize that Hideaki's idea of fun is fishing, collecting cameras, and collecting cameras. Shit! It's true! No, it can't be. It is Project Zero, isn't it? No. But imagine that, it wouldn't make sense at all. And I'm sure there would be copyright involved in that. So like, hey, you can't use our series as a reference. Just like, oh, well, we technically could if we, didn't specifically say it, but simply kind of like did the same thing but didn't acknowledge it. I don't know. But seriously. Anyways, I'm making hysteric puns. Hysteric is how it's pronounced. Fishing is fun, but it's something I would rather do than discuss. The same goes for cameras. I'd rather handle them than collect them. This is something Hideaki fixed up on himself. Are you bored? I'm not bored at all. I almost you on the words. No, I almost you on the words, so Hideaki ignores them entirely. You are bored. Shizune said to be entertaining, and I think I don't know how to do that. I am entertained. You don't sound entertained. I am! Why do you yell? I hope you do not yell so much around Shizune. It's hard to tell if he's joking. Either I'm a bit surprised. I tried to play it off and change the subject. You just collect cameras, or are you into photography too? Oh really? If I did, there would be more photos in this house than there currently are. What's there to take pictures of? What is the... You're in the countryside, man! I don't know, birds, architecture, well, those restaurants you were talking about? What this city had, tons of cool stuff. How can you live in a place with so much to do and do nothing? I thought you didn't know what there was to do here. Suddenly you have many ideas on an authority on how interesting it is. Are you like our board of tourism? Do you want to go watch birds or something? Oh, buildings or something. Okay, no need to get so mad with your monotone. I'm not mad, I just think that if you feel that strongly about it, then we should go to an amusement park. Why? So that you can be amused, it'll be fun. Will he have this same flat, unfun expression on his face while we're riding roller coasters and drop towers? Probably not. It would sure bring the fun levels down. No, man, it'd make it an amusing note. Someone with, like, lack of facial expression on a roller coaster or something. The thought does not convince me that it's worth the trip. I know, it's always sounded to me like going to an amusement park meant to spend more time waiting in lines than actually doing stuff. You have to go earlier than this just to skip the lines. Have you ever been to one? No, but it seems like that is what it's like. Fine, what about a regular park? There's one nearby that Shizune likes going to. Maybe she'll be there, and I can unload you onto her. What do you mean unload? I'm not luggage. Deja vu! You don't want to go to an amusement park. I don't know what to do. He looks as though I've hurt his feelings by refusing to go with him. I'm already rationalizing my decision. I don't like waiting in lines. It would be too much like a date. Whatever. I'd rather go with Shizune. It would be too tiring. It's nothing personal, it's just that I kind of wanted Shizune to show me around town instead. And I don't think that, with my condition, going to an amusement park would be such a hard idea. Good point. The park is close enough that their property could almost be considered an extension of it. Both it and Shizune's backyard look about the same, except that the park has benches and more people. That said, it's quite nice. There are even people out walking their dogs, and children flying kites that can be seen lazily drifting back and forth over trees in the distance. I could sit here in a relaxing and scenic place like this forever. Hideaki, on the other hand, looks like he's extremely bored. I want to poke him to see if he's still alive, but would he react either way? Are you bored? Suddenly, role reversal. No, you're gonna jog or play frisbee with dogs like everyone else. Is that what people do at parks? Well, you go to parks to get back to nature and enjoy the atmosphere. That's why you jog in the park instead of just on the sidewalk or something. You can jog anywhere. I can't believe I'm having this conversation. How can you not know this? You shouldn't have brought that up. It's still weird. Haven't you ever heard of children who should be seen not heard? Yes. I lied, I'm bored. Would you like to play a game? I groan audibly enough to hope that he understands I don't want to. He doesn't care. In fact, he's already toying with a deck of playing cards. Why are you upset? That is why we're here. I thought we were here to look for Shizune. Exactly, this is why we should play a game. It's a Shizune trap. You can trap anything, including people. If we compete against each other in a spirit of competition and in a sportsmanly manner, she'll be drawn here to challenge the winner like a shark, then over the feeder like a safari hunter, then take a photo of the reward ceremony. Sharks do not go around challenging people to games or champs like dojo breakers. When did you bring that camera? Anyway, no, I get enough for games hanging out with your sister. No, come on, it'll be fun. We can play chess. Please, no. Besides, playing chess in the park is something old people do, like fishing. But you just did fishing not too long ago, man. You're going to get old too fast if you keep doing all this old man stuff. Hideaki freezes like I've suddenly started speaking a foreign language. Maybe I've offended him again. Maybe he's secretly 50 years old and just aged incredibly well. Him being Shizune's brother could be a cover story. Honestly, that'd be like freaking soccer all over again, only it's a trap instead. What about checkers or Go? Or even backgammon, it's fine, even though I don't like it. Board games aren't your thing, where you can play card games. Anything other than 7 card, because it's for wimps. Are you afraid that you'll lose? If you can beat me, I'll give you candy. Hideaki, you are just like Shizune. I'm starting to think this is all a pretense to play games. No, that's not true. You are. I bet their competitive streak is genetic. I'll sell you to silence. No one can own a human being. How about I teach you some sign language instead? When Shizune asked me if I wanted to come here, we talked a little, and it seemed like you and your dad don't use sign language. I'm just guessing, but if you don't, I could teach you some. Not master it, though. I think it might be good for you to move your arms more anyway. He barely moves his arms. Most of the time, they just hang limply at his sides. How unnerving. It's been bothering me that Shizune's entire family apparently doesn't know how to sign. I wonder what she did before she met Misha. Oh, just picking a different type of sign. Because of her father apparently, gets other people to do this and that. He's just like, oh, he doesn't sign at all. Not even for parcels or anything. He has someone else sign for them. Did they just hire translators for her? Did she write out everything on that pad she carries around? The second is the most likely, or she could type it out on a phone. That would explain why she dislikes using the pad so much. Sad as it is, I can sort of see why Hideaki or her dad might not evolve to learn sign language. It probably was too much of a hassle at the time. It's very easy to think that. From what I've seen so far, though, none of them hold it against each other or are too badly affected by it. It could be that I'm overthinking the situation. Come on, well, we are still learning sign language myself. I brought all my books along with me so I can keep up, you know. Still, I can at least teach you the alphabet. It's very simple. This is kites. I feel really corny right now, and even more so when Hideaki stares back at me blankly as if the entire concept of learning is alien to him. Shizune liked flying kites here as well. This is his attempt to salvage the conversation, and I'm happy to oblige. Fishing and now kites too. Shizune really likes all these relaxing hobbies. Fighter kites actually, what? Oh, Misha. I mean, she's doing what she usually does, but my god, that looks horrifying, really, doesn't it? It's just like, she's showing her true colors now. It really is like a horror game. But what was he gonna say before that happened? I didn't get time to read that. Fighter Kite's actually about Shizune. Use mentioned distinction. What an odd title for a scene. Hideaki freezes. Misha appears behind him and puts her hands over his eyes. Hi, guess who? He seemed to finally be loosening up too. Hi Misha, is Shizune with you? He-chan, no spoilers, don't spoil it, don't ruin the surprise, okay? Misha. Bingo, that's right, but it was too easy somehow. I don't know what she means by somehow. Too many people can tell it's me. I want to surprise someone. I felt sure that Hideaki would be fooled. Why weren't you? You're the only person who does that. You and kidnappers. Really? Why do you laugh? Are you giving Hisao trouble? I thought you would take him somewhere more exciting than a park. He isn't even that far from home. You're so lazy. Hideaki, are you giving He-chan trouble? You should have taken him somewhere more exciting. The park is too close to home. He-chan says you're lazy. He wanted to come here. Why are you so argumentative? I have to keep my little brother in line. What is she saying? He must be kept in line. Really? They're ready to get each other's fruits this quickly. On one hand, I've heard that siblings fighting so much isn't uncommon, and the fact that they fight at all proves there has to be some level of communication going on. So it's nice they get along. In that typical sibling way. I remember growing up, it was me and my brother that was always freaking fighting. A lot. Nowadays, no fighting at all, just pretty chill. They argue all the way back home. Misha translates for Shizune and I for Hideaki, so it looks more like we're the ones arguing instead. Except not really. Nobody could listen to Misha and believe that. They got entertaining in the end, at least. Still no sign of her father. And since they haven't brought up her mother or anything, I guess her mother is either divorced or deceased. You know, standard visual novel right there, standard. There's always gotta be just the one parent. Why can't they? I mean, Hisao technically has both his parents, but we don't get to see him. I mean, that's bullshit, man. The only time there's like an actual, you know, parents. And heck, it was the same with frickin' Rin. Her parents didn't even appear. I mean, what the fuck's up with that? And same with Hanako, actually, as well. In fact, up till well, there was Emmy, and again, in that case, we only saw her mother. And I won't say anything further than that about her parents, because, spoilers. But you get the idea. Despite having only been here for 2 days, it feels like it's been much longer. I wake up feeling more tired than refreshed. Maybe because I've been moving around almost constantly since I got here. No, I'm getting the impression that when he actually meets Shizune's father, he'll probably be in an awkward way, I imagine, where he's just like, who the fuck are you? Whatever the reason, it's make me get up unusually late each day. I like sleeping in, but it could be inconvenient if it ends up becoming a habit. I can hear a deep, oh, shit, maybe it's him. A deep male voice shouting loudly in the background. Must be Shizune's dad, or maybe with the size of this place, it's creditors. More likely the former, since the yelling doesn't seem angry, just loud. Okay, loud voice. God, I can't do that, man. It's freaking nearly 1 in the morning, for fuck's sake. Holy shit, look at that. How? Holy shit, what? You even have a katana, man, what the fuck? How did this guy follow him and her? Can't quite make out the color of his eyes either. Man, look at that man, it's like he freaking went hunting in the freaking woods, fighting bears or some shit. I mean, what the fuck, man? Shizune, Misha, and Hideaki are sitting in the living room having a one-sided conversation with a giant bear, man. Alternates between shoveling away food from a plate balanced on his leg and twirling his sword. He's like, I've got to go back to shonen stuff. He could be a shonen protagonist, but not a protagonist. I mean, let's face it, shonen protagonists rarely ever, you know. Actually, I don't think I've ever seen a shonen protagonist that has this look. I've seen the shonen characters look like this, but they're never the main character. They're always like a support character. It's always a generic kind of looking character, you know, that's the protagonist. He always has to have the spiky hair. I mean, his hair's a bit, well, it's more kind of messy rather than spiky, and it's long. So it's just like, no. It's rare. That's even rarer, possibly. It's like, you never see a shonen, well, maybe you do, I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head. Has there ever been a shonen protagonist that actually has long hair? Now that I said that, it's like, well, shit, what is his name pronounced as? His name Elric? No, Edward. What was that his last name? I don't know. Yeah, but Edward, or just Ed, from Full Metal Alchemist, but as in a ponytail. But I mean longer than that, and more wild and chaotic. From what Shizune and Hideaki, well, actually, no. I was thinking Fist of the North Star, but Kenshiro technically doesn't have the long hair, but there are characters with that ridiculously kind of hair that's Honestly, would look kind of the closest to an anime character looking to my hair, I'd imagine. Because my hair is messy. Long and messy. It's not overly long, it used to be a lot longer. In fact, I think my hair currently is almost the length of his hair. Sort of. It used to go like right but there, I think. That was ages ago. Anyways, from what Shizune and Hideaki like, I'd expect the dad to be very reserved, clean cut, possibly androgynous person, so I'm pretty surprised. I'm surprised for a while until he stopped talking to me. Hello, you must be Shizune's other friend. Did you have a good night's rest? The guest rooms are in spa, so if there's anything you need, feel free to tell me. Yeah, that voice. It's been decided that it would be his voice. Thanks, you must be Shizune's father. It's nice to meet you. I'm Shizune's classmate, Hisao. Pleasure's mine. I wanted to meet you after hearing that I would have a second guest at my house. Unexpected. You hear something like that, and obviously you want to see what the person's like. Would you like my business card? He holds up a case full of them for a second, and I can see that his name is Jigoro, and that his office hours are from 8 to 6. They also say that he's a consultant. What a prepared guy, carrying his card case around in his own home. We're just sitting down to a likely late lunch. You're just enjoying to join us. Good. Pick a place to sit down and I'll bring you a plate. I hope you don't mind eating bear liver. What? I thought that bear liver was toxic. Either way, the thought of eating a bear liver doesn't appeal to me other than for the ability to tell people I've eaten bear liver. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to try it. Shizune's dad barely laughs. I'm just making a joke. Maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea to cook up some bear liver for you kids. It'll make you strong. We're actually having omelets. I'll make you one right now. It's not unusual for you having an omelet for lunch. Very unusual. No, not at all. Jigoro vanishes to where the kitchen must be. I'm surprised that despite living in this place, he has to cook my lunch. Maybe he only cooks because he likes to. It's just like... I don't know, man. His character. I mean, you see his appearance and it just... I mean, not only is he like completely not the type of person you'd expect to have followed Shizune, and then when we were introduced to our trap brother right here, and like he has this rugged kind of look to him, he's just like, yeah. And not only that, he's just like, yeah, I can cook as well, man. Defeating all the stereotypes. Fuck you. My steaming plate of food is done in a very short time. It smells really good. Are you in the student council like Shizune? Is the student council that busy that Shizune has to drag her friends along with her everywhere she goes? Sometimes a vacation is just a vacation. You're right about the student council part. I think we're just here for fun, though. I see, is that right? When I was young, our student councils had so much work that I don't think we could have afforded going on vacation. Must be nice having so much free time. Should give you plenty of time to think about your future. I think I'm seeing something here. That wording. This is probably where Shizune gets it from, isn't it? I do not like the direction this discussion is taking. I'm still thinking about how to avoid it. Have you thought about that? About what you want to do? I know I haven't given it much thought recently. What do, if you don't mind me asking? Must be something pretty cool if you can get you a house like this. Why do you want to know that? Children aren't interested in business. What business of yours is my business? Suspicious. You're some kind of taxman, boy. I guess he really does not like being asked questions. Hichan isn't a tax collector's boy, I think. Hichan, what do your parents do? You never told us. You be quiet. Don't interrupt me. I hate being interrupted. Rules. Shizune doesn't look too happy with this turn of events, even with Misha unable to sign to her what's going on. She can read the mood easily. Her glare becomes more smoldering as Jigoro continues to rant. One more thing about fishing equipment. I came home and it was just a big pile in the corner. It was just stacked haphazardly on top of the tackle. That was me. I can't remember if it actually was him. If it wasn't, I appreciate that he's willing to take one for the team. Actually, wasn't it Hisao? He was the one originally messing with the equipment before they decided, hey, let's go fishing. What about the car? He's like, oh yeah, we used your car as well. Doesn't matter because Jigoro ignores him without skipping a beat. Well, anyway, I'm glad that my fishing equipment can provide so much entertainment for my daughter's friends. Did not even tell you we're going to be using them. Those are expensive custom-made pools, not for whatever the fuck that is. I suddenly become aware of the eggshell fragments in my omelette. Is he just a bad cook? Does he eat them for the calcium? Were they purposely added there to give me even more discomfort? Was it possible that it was, stereotype after all? I was thinking, either they've defeated the stereotype, like, see this kind of guy is like, oh yeah, this guy can cook legitimately. I mean, he looks like, I don't know, he looked like if he stared at food, it would just turn to ashes, essentially. Though confused, I'm not as unnerved as I think I would normally be. Then again, my life has been pretty strange lately, and I keep running into all sorts of different people. And birdie, chirping, and the bird is word. Nothing surprised me anymore. They didn't even properly clean them after use. Terrible. You even know how to fish. Unlikely, there are not enough poles here for all of you. How does that work? Do you all share? One person baits the hook and another comes. Ah, cats, do be able to reel. Incompetent. Ooh, his words. His words. Well, 6 of us went, so we couldn't all do it at the same time. First it was just me, after Hideaki and Misha. Stop talking, that sounds unspeakably dirty. I've had enough of your filth. How vulgar. Make sure that your statement is not so embarrassingly carelessly worded next time. What? You are so disrespectful. Amazing. Are all delinquent types like this? Even the way you dress shows flippant disregard for authority. Sweat of us. Disgraceful. I see. Delinquent? I'm on the student council. I'm hurt by his comment on my sweater vest. Little jackass. Especially when it's coming from a guy in such a tacky shirt. I guess I can't really say anything. Though he has a sword, he might also kill bears. It's like, yeah, you might not want to insult him. I mean, even without the sword, I wouldn't want to insult him. I mean, look at them, those muscles, man. He'd destroy you. Misha loudly puts her plate down on the table.
That was delicious. Shi-chan and I are done now. He-chan, you will too, right? We should get going.
What a simple yet effective exit strategy. Well, now I'm starting to picture it all together, why Shizune is so strict, and why she was reluctant to bring Hisao along. I barely have the time to put down my plate before they pulled me up and out of there, and finally outside.
Unbelievable, it's like I'm really watching an interrogation. This is not a cop show. Guests definitely have responsibilities, but hasn't he ever heard of being a gracious host? Really?
Misha attempts to sloppily mimic Shizune's angry, chopping gestures as best as she can. She has the expression down too, but the tone of her voice is the same as ever, thus lacking the anger necessary to bring it all together.
Haha, don't take it too hard, He-chan. Shi-chan's dad does this to everyone. I think it's like a joke.
That was the most aggressive joke possible. I am also not at all convinced that it was a joke, considering this hastily staged retreat, but this isn't a good moment to discuss how Shizune's father might be a jerk. Might be a jerk?
He-chan, let's go shopping!
I've been recording for freaking, I don't even know how long. If I picture myself in that scenario, it would not go down well for me at all. I've said before about anxiety and all that. Situations like that are a big no-no, man. Big no-no. The anxiety, and I imagine his attitude towards it. I mean, it'd be similar to freaking sending Hanako to the house and seeing how she reacts to it, essentially. Just like, nope, I'm out of here. But anyways, we're going shopping! Hooray! But that's in the next time, next part. How long have I been recording anyway? Serious? An hour and 14 minutes? Well, that's not including the 7 minutes before I recorded because I was rambling at the start of recording. I thought I was recording longer than that. I mean, these scenes felt ridiculously long. But man, what variety, man. This is all new to me because I haven't played for this route, so I have no idea what to expect. I'm now just beginning to like get the image in my mind that Shizune's reason for being so strict comes from her father, because I imagine that is probably his personality isn't just joking around. He's probably a strict business person, and anyone who shows any kind of like sign of not being fully up to par with his sense of whatever is just like will be looked down on him and just like, what a disgrace, you're no daughter of mine, some shit like that. I imagine, maybe. And I can't remember the scene actually. Was Shizune kind of like gave off the impression that she doesn't like to visit home much or something? I'm not sure. Can't remember. But whatever. I think that's the kind of general cause of it. Possibly, maybe. But anyways, I will see you next time. Viewers, see you next time. See you next time, viewers. See you next time.